Hi, my name is Ken Tanabe and I'm the founder of LovingDay. LovingDay, the project, is named after a Supreme Court case called Loving versus Virginia. Now that's Loving as in that was their last name, Mr. and Mrs. Loving. So a couple basically sued the state of Virginia for their right to marry. Now, at that point, it was illegal for interracial couples to get married or to have relationships in most parts of the country. And there's about 400 years of history behind that. So LovingDay is named after that case. Basically what we do is we celebrate the anniversary of Loving versus Virginia, and we ask people to do the same. So the purpose of that is to educate people. We want to fight prejudice through education, especially prejudice against multi-ethnic couples and individuals. And we also want to build a sense of community among people who are either multi-ethnic couples or multi-ethnic individuals, or people who are just sort of embrace the idea of multiculturalism. Anyway, Loving versus Virginia is pretty unknown. I didn't know about it, even though my parents are in an interracial relationship and I was a good student and I studied hard, I went to college and all this stuff. You'd figure somewhere along the line I would have heard of it. However, the way I learned about Loving versus Virginia was through Google, actually, completely by accident. I was searching for something else. I wish I could remember what, but I can't. I was sort of shocked, surprised. I was like, why didn't I know about this? So I talked to my parents and they knew, and I talked to older relatives and they knew, but I talked to people my age and they're Loving versus what? They had no idea. I sort of filed it in the back of my mind, thinking one day I should do something with this. I don't know what. Fast forward a few years later, I did my graduate degree in design at Parsons here in New York, and I needed something for my thesis, and I remembered the Loving case. So that's how LovingDay was born. The 2008 party was great, man. It was huge. It was 1,100 people. It was at Solar One, which is on the East River at 23rd Street in Manhattan. The whole thing was covered by a huge tent. We served barbecue for all of those people. We had Ben & Jerry's ice cream. We had a bar. We had a lot of beer from Asahi. We raffled off a bunch of prizes, including a Puma gift certificate for $500 and a Zipcar membership. And it was great. Wonderful, wonderful, really awesome performances by DJ Spooky, DJ Rekka, and Dundee. DJ Dundee was really good too, yeah. To learn more about LovingDay, just come to lovingday.org. Our website has everything, including the legal history, this cool interactive map where you can look state by state and see what the laws used to be. We have stories from real couples that send us their stories. A huge list of resources, so if you want to learn more and if you're doing research or if you want to know just to educate yourself, we have a lot of that. You can also purchase these fine t-shirts, which are a great way to actually further the project, to spread the word about LovingDay, to start conversations actually, because people see the shirt and they say, what's LovingDay? And that's your cue. You can go and let them know. So basically lovingday.org is the place to go. Oh man, it's so nice to be out here right now, I gotta say. I feel like I'm getting my vitamin D is it? Yeah. For like the week or whatever. I know. We got a store up. I came to New York for grad school. I'm originally from Washington, D.C. And yeah, I've always been wanting to move here, except for I just never had quite the right reasons. So here I am, and I'm glad I'm here because, you know, I think there's, if you could sort of compare all of the places to start something like LovingDay, I think New York is one of the best places to do it. There's such a sort of the crossroads of the world. I think it's one of the most multicultural cities anywhere, basically. So I'm really glad to be here, and it's been wonderful doing LovingDay here.